Namaste, Jai Bharat. Let's talk about religion. Of course, there is a philosophy of religion taught in universities, and the topics usually they handle is concepts of God, suffering, salvation, etc. This had been going on for a long time, but about some nearly 100 years before, some universities, for example, Chicago, Amsterdam, etc., they came out with a thought that we don't need a philosophy of one religion, we should need a philosophies of religions, because they have identified that what is taught as philosophy of religion is chiefly that of Semitic religions, and especially focusing on Christianity. That doesn't do complete justice to the area of discussion. So they attempted a different method. Our question is not this. I would like to look at the central concept of a central concept present in all religions, which is concept of God. Now, my thought is, along with you, is to see, is the concept of God same or similar in Semitic religions which are popular in the world, that is Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and Bharatiya dharmas. Fundamentally, let me say that religions cannot be, dharma in Bharat are totally different from religion. If you go explore the concepts, if you unpack the concept of dharma, and when you unpack the concept of religion, you will understand they are two different things. So it is actually inappropriate to term Bharatiya dharmas as religion as the Hindu religion, the Jain religion, the Buddha religion, the Sikh religion, etc. within Bharatiya context. We call them as dharma for a very valid, explicit and specific reason, which we don't have time to discuss on. Maybe some other time. I would only like to talk about one central concept, that is a concept of God. Let's start with the Semitic concept of God. God in the Semitic tradition is a person. Person, however you understand is here, you have to think. God is a person who is a creator and also protected all those things. So it's very clear that God is a person. And since the God is a creator, all creation are at the mercy of a creator. That is a relationship between creator and creation. Creation is always at the mercy of the creator, because the creator is responsible for whatever the creation are under the complete authority of the creator. So that is the case with the Semitic religion. That's why you find Semitic religions having very harsh norms of obedience. Even in matrimonials, you find Christians advertisements that God-fearing candidates, God-fearing candidates. The one important aspect is that you fear God. Bible itself speaks of the wrath of God, immense, intense anger. Now look at Bharatiya Dharma. I will just speak about all. In that sense of the term God in the Semitic traditions, in Bharat there is no concept of God. That is the first thing. We don't have a concept of God who is a person. Like we don't have a concept of heaven and hell like in Semitic traditions. For the Semitic people, heaven and hell are places where people go, or people are sent to either have a comfortable life after death, which is very funny, life after death, and a permanent torture after life after death, depending upon they have some criteria. We don't have such a concept of heaven. We do speak of Swarga and Naraka, which are akin to the concept of heaven and hell, but our Swarga is not a place where human beings can go. Our Swarga is Devloka, where the deities are supposed to live. The deities are not gods, goddesses. They are written normally with small g. They are gods, goddesses. They live where human beings are not allowed. And our Naraka is a place of lawlessness where the Daitya, Danav, etc., the negative characters live. There also human beings are not accepted. So such a concept of heaven as found in Semitic tradition is not found in any Bharatiya concept. We aspire after death for moksha, and moksha is a very technical concept. Some other time I should tell you. Moksha is to become one with the ultimate reality, which is very much in step with the laws of physics of conservation of energy and conservation of matter. That can be shown that can be demonstrated very nicely. Now, the concept of God we don't have, I told you. There is no personal God. They speak of reality. If you talk about Sanatana Dharma, see, practically there are many gods and goddesses whom we worship through idols. But they are not the end. They are treated as, quoting Shankaracharya, steps of ladder. No, nothing is an end. Nothing is final. Of course, to that extent, none of the scriptures in Bharat talks about an end to knowledge. All scriptures, including the Vedas, that is how an interpretation of Veda becomes impossible, are open-ended. It will go on. It will go on given new time and new space. Now, we don't have a concept of God. We have a concept of reality. When you go to the philosophy of Hindu Dharma, when you go to the philosophy of the Sanatana Dharma, we don't speak of concept of God. We speak of a reality. And the reality cannot be named. Reality cannot be explained because when you explain something, you explain things to its properties, attributes, qualities. But that ultimate reality is beyond qualities, beyond having shape, beyond having anything that human being can cognize. Something like Kant made a distinction between noumena and phenomena. The world of noumena, you don't have categories of understanding operating, so we can't know. Kant says the world of noumena is necessarily unknown and unknowable. Similar is the case with the concept of ultimately real. Ultimate real can't be spoken of because our categories of understanding is not applied there, is not applicable there. Time, space, etc. is not applicable there. So we just can't know. But that is not precisely how the Upanishads speak about it. They say that it can't be known because it is beyond having qualities, etc., etc., etc. They call it as nirguna, beyond qualities, nirakara, beyond having shape, nishprapanja, not here, neti, etc., etc., etc. That's the case with Sanatana Dharma. But you approach that ultimate reality, since it is absolutely an abstract concept, through many deities. For a functional Hindu, the deities are more than sufficient, and you have plenty of deities to choose and pick. Then comes the Jains, and the both are similar. They have a symbol, a guru concept. Even Sikhs also, they have a guru concept. And they have the projected state of Tathagata in Buddhism. To become that is nirvana. You aspire for that. Same Kaivalya comes in Jainism. You aspire for ecstasis of your own during living itself. And of course, Sikh is explicitly a guru tradition. Go through the guru to moksha. Of course, they believe in moksha. So this is a situation. So they are completely different ways of understanding, looking at things. And that's why it is not called as religion. The best thing is that you call it as dharma. Now, the missionaries going around spreading religion in Bharat, both Christianity and Islam, would say we have one single God, you have plenty God. We don't have God at all. You have a God. You speak of one God. We don't speak of any gods. But you understand that we speak of multiple gods. That is your conceptual mistake, not our conceptual mistake. You go around saying that so you convert to this religion because this religion is not more systematic. No, that religion for us is a prison. You have plenty of do's and don'ts and you have to obey that, and there is a fear of punishment in hell, in hell, and beautiful promises of rewards in heaven. Both we don't understand. We don't have such heaven. We don't have such a hell. So there is vast differences. And those who get converted into religion, they are actually from being scientific going to something very utterly unscientific. I will not say barbaric. When I talk about Islam, I can say barbaric. I am not doing it out of respect to the other. Respect to the other. So this is a very funny situation. We'll come with some other thought tomorrow or some other time. Till then, till we meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat. Jai Shri Ram.